Schools across the U.S. are struggling to stay open. While most are offering in-person instruction, more than 4,400 K-12 schools shifted to remote learning or closed for at least one day last week, mainly due to COVID-19 related staffing issues.
What happens then is the school says, okay, well, let's find a substitute for the teacher who isn't there. But the problem is that has also created a shortage among substitutes.
To help with the school staffing crunch, some states are stepping in.
The greatest need right now, today, is substitute teachers.
Dr. Kurt Steinhaus is among the New Mexico state officials who spearheaded the Supporting Teachers and Families initiative, which asks state workers and National Guard members to volunteer to become licensed as substitute teachers.
These National Guard members are community members, they're coaches, they're parents. They know their communities.
Since winter break, around 60 school districts and charter schools in New Mexico have moved into remote learning. Dr. Steinhaus said the state is short more than 1,000 substitutes. Less than a week after the program was announced, 46 National Guard members were already deployed to schools.
These National Guard members who are substituting, they're not just in there just randomly doing something, they're following the classroom teacher's lesson plan.
Other states have taken similar steps. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed an executive order last Tuesday, allowing state workers to retain their regular jobs while working in the classroom. Since then, more than 200 state employees have signed up to become substitute teachers.
They'll be able to step in with assistance from the schools and be able to continue that learning process.
In California, Governor Gavin Newsom signed an order aimed at reducing the barriers for districts to hire short-term substitute teachers.
We just did an executive order this week to allow flexibility with substitutes and continue to allow retirees to come back to help us with staffing shortages in the immediate to get through the next few weeks, because we must keep our kids in person safely in school.
Connecticut has also cleared a path for retired teachers to fill in by allowing them to work without losing retirement benefits. The Kansas State Board of Education temporarily eased requirements for getting an emergency substitute license. And in late December, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a bill to allow school secretaries and other staff to work as substitutes.
While it's great to find a substitute for a teacher who's not there, the ideal scenario is for the teacher, him or herself, to be there.
As elected officials and school administrators push to continue in-person learning, many acknowledge that relying on substitute teachers is not the perfect solution.
Substitute teachers perform a valuable role, but the fact of the matter is they are not the classroom teacher who knows the kids and knows where they are with the material.
You should automatically know that that equals 5.
The staff shortages at both the teacher and the sub level, I think the combination is raising some fresh concerns about kids maybe falling behind in their education at a time when there is already widespread agreement that remote learning was bad for a lot of kids when it comes to the academics.
While the statewide top-down approaches are intended to address the immediate need for teachers, it will take time before schools get back to pre-pandemic staffing levels, even as COVID-19 cases decline in some parts of the country.
There's no sense of mission accomplished, we're in the clear, but there is this sense that we can get back to something that more resembles normal, which they want for their kids who have had anything but that for almost 2 years now.